What's going on, everybody? Welcome back. Today we're just going to start going through a lot of these small items. The first thing that I'm going to end up doing is pulling all the auction tags off, and then any duplicates I need to write down the lot numbers on like an inconspicuous place. Obviously, I'm retailing this stuff. I'm usually pretty transparent with people, like, hey, I bought this stuff to resell it. It is what it is. But if I can kind of keep them from knowing where they came from, I like to do that. But when you get into like all of these 52-inch X marks, I have 5 of these machines. It's hard to keep track of what's what. I'm not going to sit there and look at the fucking serial number. So pretty much I just, in an inconspicuous spot, write down the lot number and then take the tag off, and then it's just random numbers that are meaningless to anybody that doesn't know. So we're just going to start going through these. I know a few of them had what sounded like a little engine noise. If that's the case, I'll probably end up just taking them right back to a different auction. These LP Kohler engines are pretty expensive, and it's not something that I would be looking to replace. This one, or no, not this one. This one here I'm going to end up keeping for my use. I really like these. I bought these sulkies. I had 4 of them, and I kept 2, and then a buddy of mine that does the same thing, he got the other 2 from me. I found these locally on Marketplace like 2 days after the auction, so I went to go get them. First thing, they help them sell, so I can offer, one of them to a guy when he sells it, and then I am going to keep them, or keep one of them on that machine that I'm keeping for myself. These are really nice. The only thing I don't like about them is that they're just a one wheel, but that's a pain to do one hand. They fold up real nice for storage. You can still walk behind this machine fully without having them get in the way at all. So yeah, one of these I'll be keeping to cut my grass. It just takes a hell of a lot less time than the old Simplicity, which I would own for years. I owned stuff like this to cut my grass. My wife hates it. She'd rather just put a sun hat on, pop her earbuds in, and hop on a riding mower. So I bought her that. But for me, doing all this stuff out here, it's a lot easier, a lot more maneuverable to just hop on a zero turn with a sulky. So I'm going to start tagging all of these, and then start seeing which ones run, which ones need attention, and go from there. All right, so I got my numbers written on all of them. Kind of hard to see, but that's the point. So these X marks are actually really nice. They're quiet. They don't stink. The propane for people is hit or miss. I actually really like it. Years back, a buddy of mine owned a landscaping business, and he used the propane machines, and he really liked them. Back in the day, I think he was paying somewhere around like $1.40, $1.50 per gallon of gas equivalent. I think right now it's about $2.10 per gallon. As far as like the energy use, I know propane's like $1.79 a gallon in our area right now, but there's not as much energy stored in LP as there is in gasoline. So you have to do the math with like BTU output for power, and it ends up being a GGE, or gallon of gas equivalent. But they run really, really nice. They're hydro. Like I said, I'm gonna have 5 of these for sale. There's 4 sitting here, and then I've got a 5th one sitting over in my asphalt driveway by my service truck. All it does needs a battery. So what I'll probably do is take a battery out of the one I'm keeping, and then buy a nice like AGM or something battery for me, because my stuff likes to sit. But so that one fired right up. Let's walk through the row of the rest of these and see how they do. They should all fire off. It's just whether or not they're going to have a little bit of a noise. Yeah. It actually sounds like a valve issue to me. We might be able to just do a valve adjustment on this. But you can hear the difference on that between that machine and like the one we just ran. No key. The key's strapped in. Take this key. I don't know why. I don't know what the thing is with lawnmower keys and people taking them. Same thing. That actually sounds, again, like more of a top end noise. So with that, I might actually be able to address that. Then this is the one I'm going to keep for myself. It's kind of like right in the middle on the hours. It's not the nicest one. I might take the tires off of like the highest hour one because I think they replaced them and they're newer. But this one starts and runs really nice. So we'll keep that one around for me. What else do we have? That machine is been sitting around since last year. This one runs nice. It's a 36. Guys like 36s for pretty much. You got to have one on every trailer because if somebody's got a gate for their backyard, you can't get these bigger ones through it. 48-inch Bobcat. That'll be a quick, easy sale. I considered keeping this, but my yard is anything but flat, except for like this area over here. So the other like 2 acres that I have to mow behind the house and around the barns, I'd be scalping the heck out of it. So this one's gonna go whichever one of these, not this one. This unit over here is the one with a brand new engine and the drive chains are new. So this one's gonna go. Never even actually heard this thing run. Do they? Oh yeah. Yeah, we'll be keeping that. Here's your path for aeration. It's pretty dry up here right now, but you can see the cores it's pulling. So keep one, sell one, and then I'll grab my sheet and be able to tell you what I paid for a lot of this stuff. I think I paid like $3.50 a piece for these. I had a few earlier this year. They sold pretty well instantly at $900. That sod cutter needs a governor, so I'll either have to try and replace the governor, which I've never really had success with, or it's going to need a new engine. But as you can see, it's a gear reduction engine, so these are decently expensive. I think that's like a $500 motor, so I have to see what I'm into this. It might be more worthwhile to just send it back to a different auction and just let it ride. This is a Clausen TSS 20 overseeder. I'm going to keep this and sell my other one that I have. It's actually sitting there waiting for the guy to come pick it up. That Billy Goat unit over there is amazing. They're like close to $7,000 new now. I bought two of them. Plan was to sell one, keep one, but it hasn't rented out all that well. And these units here, you can take this front hopper off of them and swap your tine bar on the bottom, and you can run this as an aerator, or sorry, not an aerator, a power rake, or as a seeder. So just based on the amount of rental requests that I've gotten for one of these machines, it'd probably be better to just have this that can do both. I get a lot more requests for power rakes than I do for overseeders. So I have a second power rake that's just a dedicated power rake. So having the changeability, and it takes all of 15 minutes to swap between both functions. These, I know I paid $25 for this. It doesn't run. I'm not even going to mess with it. That's just going to go right on Marketplace for like $350 or best offer, and hopefully somebody brings me $250 and I'll 10x my money on it. Don't remember off the top of my head, but probably paid somewhere in the neighborhood of $200 to $400 for this 48-inch Bobcat, 15-horse Cowie, FH engine. These are really nice compared to the previous series of Kawasaki engines. That's an $800 bill. These, depending on the hours, I paid anywhere from $550 to $1,000 a piece for. I'd say the 1,000-hour machines are probably worth somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,500 to $1,800, and the $400 to $500 machines are going to be in that mid-2 range, and then add $300 for whoever wants a sulky. So as far as our small equipment goes, this is what we're dealing with. I'm pretty much going to set up an assembly line and just one at a time get them power washed and pictured. So we're going to start doing that right now. All right, so we got them cleaned up. Now it's time to take some pictures. I'm just gonna do the 4 machines that I just quickly washed off, and then I'll just throw the pictures up from the ads in there. So I'm gonna put the pictures here in the order that they're gonna be in the ads. This is a 72-inch X Mark 0 turn, paid $850 for it, hoping to see around 2,500 with 2,600 hours. This is one of the X-Mark Turf Tracers. This machine has right around 600 hours on it. Paid $750, hoping to see around 2,200. This is a 48-inch Bobcat. I think I paid $250 for it. All C800, just a very basic entry-level belt-driven walk-behind. Good, solid machines. They'll go forever. And this is the last one that we did. Don't think I took a picture of the hour meter, but it is a 900 hour, one of the ArcSmart turf tracers, and hoping to see right around 1800 out of it. So I'm going to wrap this one up here on the mowers. I will keep track of the sale prices as these machines sell. It's not a quick deal. A lot of this stuff I'll end up having to laying around for anywhere from 30 to 60 days. Adjust my prices as needed. But it's just good inventory to have around, good filler items to kind of mess around with in the downtime when I'm not working on the bigger pieces. Let me know in the comments what you guys want to see next. I've started shooting footage on the Genie lift and on the F350, the V10 truck with the crane. That crane truck will pretty much follow the same trajectory as that red plow truck we just did. Genie lift isn't going to get sold, but I am going to go through it, do a PM on it, and start using it to take some trees down and do some work around my property. The last truck that I really have to mess with is that 6.7 Ford F450 that was the engine dying, failure to start. I haven't put a scanner on it. I haven't done anything. That'll probably be more diagnostic. So thank you guys all for watching. One of these videos will come down the pipeline pretty quickly. Like I said, I've already started shooting some footage on the V10 crane truck and the Genie. Let me know which one you want me to do first. Thanks all for watching. We'll see you next time.